But sometimes chasing the next yes can quietly rob you of the things that you love the most. And I've been there. Way more than once, I've skipped family moments for a shot at a gig that I thought just might change everything. But I just wanted to tell you something that I now know in my bones. Believe me, there is no audition more important than being fully present with the people that you love. There's no callback that's ever going to replace a moment that mattered for you and your family and your loved ones. So remember that your acting life, it should support your family life, not steal from it. Last week, my brother and I and my dad and stepmom, we all attended the celebration of life for a close, dear family friend. Welcome back to Inside the Audition, the podcast that helps actors grow from unseen to unforgettable and land your next lead role. I'm your host, Joey Freddie Larson. Be sure to connect with me on Instagram at Joey Freddie Larson so you can slip into the DMs. You can ask questions. You can suggest a topic for a future episode. Or if you're an actor, director, casting director, or film and theater industry pro, you can submit yourself to be a guest on a future episode. If you've got stories to tell about the industry and you're making big, bold moves, I would love to have a conversation with you. So you can slip into the DMs. You can also go to insidetheaudition.com to listen to past episodes or to submit to be a guest on a future show. Welcome to today's episode. Of course, remember that Inside the Audition is sponsored by the Monologue of the Month Club, your ticket to mastering monologues and landing your next lead role. Every month inside the club, you'll have the opportunity to master a new monologue, to get coaching and professional feedback in our live monologue jams so that you can add a new lead role monologue to your demo reel each and every month so that you can showcase that to casting directors, producers, directors, and even share it on social media so that you can grow from unseen to unforgettable. Remember that mastering monologues is the secret weapon to grow from small bit parts and background roles all the way up to lead roles. It is the number one key to booking lead roles. And it really is the master skill that all lead actors have, the ability to crush a lead role monologue. So to learn more about that and to join, you can go to the monologueclub.com. Once again, that's monologueclub.com. And you can get started. You can join us this month inside the Monologue of the Month Club. Okay, so this episode, it's a little special. It's actually very special. This is near and dear to my heart. Every Monday, I write and release a newsletter called Lead Actor Weekly. If you haven't subscribed to that yet, you can go to actorsauditionclub.com/newsletter and you can get those pro tips directly to your inbox each and every Monday. No fluff, just things that are working for me and things that are working for actors that we coach here at Actors Audition Club. Again, go to actorsauditionclub.com/newsletter and you can subscribe to that. It'll show up each and every week on a Monday and it will help you grow from unseen to unforgettable. I know that some people learn by reading, some people learn by listening. That's why we have the podcast. That's why we have the newsletter, so that whatever your method of growing and learning is, I'm providing something here for you. But today, something near and dear to my heart. There was a real special episode of the newsletter that I wanted to share with you. So what I want to talk about is the role that will outlive you. So this week's Lead Actor Weekly is different. I wrote it straight from the heart, from my heart to yours. I just spent 2 weeks with my family just north of Toronto. My brother Chris, my older brother, he came up from New York City, and we stayed with my dad Fred and my stepmom Lois near Aurelia. Some of you who are clients here at Actors Audition Club, you might have noticed that I was a little less on the schedule. My availability was a lot less. So big love and thanks to Brandon Knox and the rest of our coaching team for stepping up while I was stepping back and spending time with the family. But here's the truth I wanted to share with you today. As actors, it's so easy to feel like you need to say yes to everything. You got to say yes to every audition, every gig, every opportunity. But sometimes chasing the next yes can quietly rob you of the things that you love the most. And I've been there. Way more than once, I've skipped family moments for a shot at a gig that I thought just might change everything. But I just wanted to tell you something that I now know in my bones. Believe me, there is no audition more important than being fully present with the people that you love. There's no callback that's ever going to replace a moment that mattered for you and your family and your loved ones. So remember that your acting life, it should support your family life, not steal from it. Last week, my brother and I and my dad and stepmom, we all attended the celebration of life for a close, dear family friend. He was in his 80th year. He's a beloved music teacher and musician, inspired thousands of people, including my brother, who went on to become a professional musician because of his influence with this guy. We weren't just mourning, we were celebrating. We were celebrating with stories, with music, with laughter, with legacy. And this guy didn't leave behind viral internet clips or massive IMDb. He left behind love, and that's what actually drew thousands of people. Actually, thousands of people were impacted by him. Hundreds of people came to the celebration. We packed out the venue. There were so many people. Maybe I think we were way beyond the fire code of the venue, and I think that bar at the venue probably had its biggest day in sales ever, or certainly the biggest day in sales for a celebration of life, because this place was packed. And being in this packed venue during a celebration of life, it really reminded me of what matters most and really who I want to become as an actor and as a human. I lost my mom, Patricia, when I was just 24 due to cancer. A year later, I lost my brother James to cancer as well. My dad's now in his 82nd year. He's dealing with health issues. And the fact is, I don't know how many more days I'm going to get with him. And none of us know how many days any of us have. All we can do is be grateful for the day that we have. So here's what I want you to hear now, not with your head, but hear this with your heart. Your greatest role isn't out there, it's here, it's now. You are already playing the lead role in someone's life. I get emotional about this. You're already playing the lead role in your life and in someone else's life. There's a close knit group of people, your close family, your friends, your parents, your best friends, maybe your kids, your aunts, uncles, where you are a lead actor in their story and a lead role in their life. And you get to choose how present you are for that role. So I want you to remember success doesn't have to come at the cost of your soul. You don't need to grind yourself to the bone. You don't need to chase everything. You don't need to prove to other people. You get to shift into alignment, align your career with your family life. You get to build a life where your art and your heart are in harmony. That's what I've had the opportunity to do with my life in building Actors Audition Club, and building this podcast, and building the newsletter, Lead Actor Weekly. And that's what I want for you. Today in my life, I'm 47. I started as an actor and as a comedian later in my life. I was around 30. First answered an ad in Kijiji that said, "So you want to be a comedian?" And I started to do stand-up. Then I started to do sketch comedy and improv and dinner theater gigs. Then I did every student film you could possibly do. I did indie film gigs. I did a ton of background. And then I learned my way through workshops and week-long intensives and taking classes, taking courses. When I was 41, I went back to 41? No, 40, later than that. I guess 40. How old was I? When I was 43 or 44, I went back, took a full conservatory class. Um, and really started to build a career and build a life that worked for me. And again, that's what I want for you. Today, I'm 47, and I only say yes to things that feel like a full body fuck yes. If you ask me to do something, or if an opportunity comes across my plate, if it's not a fuck yes, I don't care what it is. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money is attached to it. If it's not a full body fuck yes, it's a no. Everything else, I'd rather be with my family. I'd rather be with my friends. I'd rather be walking my dog. I'd rather just be enjoying my life than to say no to something half-assed and half-heartedly that I kind of sort of don't really want to do. I'll leave that to someone else who's a fuck yes. And there's a time and a place to everything. Earlier in my career, I did say yes to a lot. And when you're early on, you do have to say yes to a little more because you need to get the experience under your belt. You got to figure out what you do enjoy and what you don't enjoy. Maybe you got to get your name out there. Maybe you got to learn. Maybe you got to grow. But sooner or later, you got to start saying only fuck yes. I don't want you to say, okay, maybe. I want you to say fuck yes or fuck no. No in between. It's got to be a full body yes or a no. And it's not about work life balance, it's about work life harmony. You should be in harmony, you should be alignment. Now, that doesn't mean it's 50-50. That doesn't mean that there's not really anything such as balance. It's more, it's never going to be fully balanced, 50-50. It's going to be in harmony, though. It's going to be in alignment. That's something that is completely achievable. Because why? At the end of your life, it's not going to be the resume that you remember. People aren't going to remember your IMDb credits. They're not going to be like, oh my God, what a great resume he had. Look at all these credits. What a great demo reel. Look how many followers he had. Look at all these videos that went viral. At the end of your life, nobody's going to give a fuck about that. And if people do give a fuck about that, they're not the people that you give a fuck about. I'm throwing a lot of fucks out here. So apologies if you're not an F word person. But who's going to remember you? And what are you going to remember? It's going to be the people. It's going to be the laughter. It's going to be the love. It's going to be the quiet mornings that you spent with loved ones. It's going to be the time that you made for love. That's the role that matters most. So I just want to throw this out there. The next time you're faced with that choice, gig versus family, family versus gig, what do I do? I just want you to take a few extra seconds and pause and check in. Because making that decision of family versus gig, that's not a weakness. That's not lack of commitment to your artistry or to your career. What that is wisdom. And that's commitment to what really matters in your life, your family and the people that you love. I want you to remember you are the writer, you are the director, and the star of your own life. So make sure that you love the story that you're telling. Look at your own life and ask yourself, am I the star, the lead role in a life, in a story that really resonates? I think your own life, that role is the most important role in your life. And if any part of you is looking at roles that you're playing on screen in a theater and you're enjoying those more than your own life, then I'm just going to throw it out there. You might have things backwards. I used to think that everything mattered. Everything mattered so much. What mattered is every gig. I got to get the next booking, the next gig, the next check, the next money. I got to prove. I need it for the demo reel. It was this constant grind of the next rung on the ladder. And now that stuff, I don't care about any of that stuff. Yeah, I love it. And I wouldn't be an actor. I wouldn't be a comedian. I wouldn't be a performer. I love it. So I'm not saying screw your career and screw your craft. I'm just saying find some harmony. Again, maybe it's not balance, but some harmony. And ask yourself really what is important at the end of your life. I know what's important to me. And I know now that I would really take long moments to choose family, gig, family. And at the end of the day, I'm going to choose more often than not. I'm going to choose family, loved ones, friends, because that's really what matters. So hopefully this resonated with you today. Again, I'm here to support you. If you haven't subscribed to that newsletter, go to actorsauditionclub.com/newsletter and you can subscribe to Lead Actor Weekly. If you're not subscribed to this podcast, this is going out on all podcast platforms. Make sure to follow me on Instagram so that you can connect with me. You can ask questions. If there's something that you're struggling with, there's something that's challenging you, you want a topic that you want to suggest, or again, if you're making big, bold moves in the industry as an actor, as a director, as a casting director, as a producer, and you've got a story that you want to share that you think will inspire other artists and other actors, you can go to insidetheaudition.com and submit to be a guest on a future episode. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Again, make sure you are the lead actor in your own life and make sure that the story and the movie of your own life is your best work. because that at the end of your life is what's going to be important, not the credits, not the roles that you played in someone else's make believe story or make believe life. It's going to be the people that you love, your friends, your family members. They're going to be gathered around your bedside, and you want to know in your mind and in your heart that you did everything you could to love them and to be with them and to share their love. One of my acting coach mentors, Tom Todoroff, always says, "Love takes time, love makes time." If you want to know what you really love in your life, look to where you're spending your time. And if you're not spending your time with the people and the things that you love, both the craft of acting, but both your and also your family, then you got to consider, well, what do you really love, and make some adjustments and make some alignments there. So again, thank you for listening. This one was a quickie today, but an important message I wanted to get out to you. All of the newsletter subscribers got this. If you've heard this already, thanks for listening to it in audio mode today. But if there's anything else you need, then shoot me a message. Happy to help. Happy to help you grow into the lead roles that you desire and that you strive for in your career. But more importantly, to help you grow into that lead role in your life. I remember that Inside the Audition is sponsored by the Monologue of the Month Club. Every month, you'll have the ability to master a new lead role monologue that you can add to your demo reel so that you can grow from unseen to unforgettable and land that next lead role. To join the club, you can do that for just 37 bucks. Go to monologueclub.com and we'll get you set up. You can join the next monologue jam and you'll be on your way to crafting that next powerful monologue that's going to help you land that next lead role. I'm Joey Freddie Larson. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. All right. We're going to hang up together. Bye.